Jamila, can you tell us, why do you love art?
Art makes me happy.
Yeah? And how do you feel when you found out that your art would be featured for the National Day this year?
I felt happy, appreciated, and satisfied.
Yeah? All right. And where do you get your inspiration from, Jamila?
My inspiration comes from the medical celebration at my primary school.
In your primary school. And was it exciting for you to travel and talk about your art in other countries?
Yes, I love traveling and I am always excited to show my art to the world.
All right. I'm so happy for you, Jamila. Now, Professor, can you tell us what it was like raising Jamila?
Okay, initially it was very hard because I don't have any knowledge on autism at that time, and it's like walking in the dark. She don't speak. That is the worst part of it.
Right.
Non-verbal.
Yeah.
She was non-verbal at that time.
So when did you first discover that Jamila had all this talent?
When she's 4, it's the same year when she was diagnosed, because she started to doodle a lot of faces and human expressions when she wants to express her feelings towards me, whether she's happy or sad.
Oh, okay. So before she started doodling, how did you communicate with her? I mean, it must have been quite difficult.
Oh yeah, I had to show pictures what she wants and what she likes and what she don't like, and read her body language. That's the only way I can do, because I really don't know what to do. I cannot understand her, she cannot understand me.
Can you take us through how she expressed herself in art?
When she moved to primary school, in her exercise book, is instead of she write down all the notes at the board, I saw a lot of sketches about the school or the event in the classroom, like the teacher teaching at the board and the notes on the board. It's the detailed note is on the board, but in a smaller piece, because she needs to draw the environment. So I get to know all the history of what happened in school. It's like a document of daily activities in school. So during break time, they play slides and everything is in the school book. Right. So she finished her exercise book,
faster than everyone else.
Because most of sketches inside.
That's amazing. But how she went to a normal school?
Yes, I sent her to.
What was there a challenge for her to fit in and to, I guess, go with everything that's going on there?
Yeah, the school, I was lucky. The school is very understanding and cooperative. It's a small private school running a government curriculum, and the teachers there understand her, and they allow me to have a support teacher for 3 years at the school to see Jamila in the class. And but of course, when she moved to standard 4, the school don't allow any more support teacher, and she have to learn to be independent. So that's the time when the trouble starts. She got bullied in class and things like that, and then she started to draw unhappy faces, and things that she don't like, everything she will put on paper. And finally I repeat her and put her into her sister's class, and so that the sister can see her, and she able to read at that time, and I started to teach her daily, coach her, like I lecture the TM student, the UITM student in architecture. So the same way, I use the same technique teaching her.
What was that technique?
I use PowerPoint, I use models, I use all the visual 3D visuals technology, and it really worked for her. She improved a lot from 40 in maths to 70 in maths, and she maintained that grade until standard 6, and she became a happy girl, and her sketches changed to be happier, like happy faces, happy friendship in her books.
When you realized that she was talented, how do you share it with a larger audience?
Okay, it was by a coincidence, because I actually asked her help from a friend to print her artwork into an A5 card, and at the shop someone saw and wanted to buy her art, and I said, oh yes, of course. So when I see there's a demand, I started to open a small booth, like the 2 feet by 6 feet table, in a shopping complex, and there I discovered a lot of people like her art. They said her art is different, and I started to get invitation to give a talk about my journey with Jamila, and after several talks, and the audience started to ask me to document into a book about whatever I talk about my journey, and I did that, and it's already published, and we started to get invitation to display her work in a larger exhibition nationally and also internationally.
Wow. You left the workforce to take care of your daughter. Was that a difficult decision for you?
Oh yes, it was the most difficult decision, but the most difficult decision is actually my best decision, because it took me 2 years to think about it since 2013 when Jamila was in standard 4. Because I said to myself, when she moved to secondary school, it will be tougher, and the subject matter is also tougher. So I said I better resign by the after she finished her UPSR and concentrate with her academic. I was in the top, at the top of my profession at that time. I lecture, I have my own practice, I run my own company, architect's office, but then it's worth it because I feel fulfilled after that. But of course, the moment I retired, I was diagnosed with cancer, and so I decided to reverse instead of pushing her into the academic world, fighting with the normal sitting for PTT girl and all that. Might as well I concentrate with what she can do rather than what she cannot do.
So let's talk about your cancer. It was colon cancer. How are you feeling today?
Okay, 2016 when I started Jamila with her art, I had 2 major operations due to colon cancer stage 2, and after that I forgot about it, and like work like nobody's business, like I'm so healthy like that. I really forgot about the cancer and just concentrate with her exhibition, get very busy, and suddenly after 2 years, early this year, the cancer spread to stage 4, and I had to went through 8 chemotherapy sessions and also 25 radiotherapy. And it was like really hard because it's very challenging for me. This in 2019, this year, it was the year that she is nationally recognized, internationally recognized. I received email from Switzerland to purchase her art and to appoint her as art impact artist, and it was very challenging, but of course, I just had to push myself, even though I feel very tired.
Now, this is something that weighs on every parent's mind. Do you ever worry about Jamila's future in the event that anything ever happens to you?
Yes, I worry a lot about her. I wish that God. I always pray to God that to help me. Give me a little bit more time so that I can. Because my job with her is not finished yet. She's not that independent yet. She still depends on me a lot for her exhibition activities and all that. Right. So I so the more I'm sick, the more I work. So it's the reverse.
Ma'am, you need to rest.
Because I know that, I don't have enough time. So time is an asset now. So I have to put the most effort on it to make sure that she is at the level of comfort level in art. So that when I'm not around, she is already at that comfortable level. Maybe she don't have to do so much painting and so much exhibition. 1 or 2 paintings in a year is enough, Right. So I'm training her towards how to handle life, how to be independent, how to handle money, all those kind of things.
Right. What is your advice to other parents when it comes to raising a special child?
Set your intention. Your intention has to be pure to help your child, because that's your duty as a parent. And then harness their hidden talent and let your child develop what they are best in, what they are born with. Not to inject in something that they are not good in. Because if you do that, then your child will make a U-turn from whatever status they are now. Yeah. So let them do what they can do rather than what they cannot do, and explore that, harness that, and make it shine.